Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about target audience. This is one of the ways and how you make a sale. Your target audience is going to determine how well you sell. Your target audience is who you're aiming to sell to. You don't want to sell to the entire world. You're not aiming to please everybody. It is impossible. You will overwhelm yourself, overwork yourself, and you will not like what you do, even if it's your passion or not. If you overdo it and you don't plan this out well, you won't do well. You don't want to sell to everybody in the whole world. That's only going to frustrate you. You need to know, when I say who are you selling to, you want to know the demographics. You want to know where they live, how old they are. You want to know their marital status, their parental status. You want to know how much they make yearly. You also want to know what motivates them, what drives them to make purchase decisions. And yes, you don't know this off the top of your head, but as you make things, you get comments on it. That's why some people may say, oh, your price is too high. That's not your target audience. They may not be a part of your target audience, because those who are going to pay. The best way that I can say, best way I can explain a target audience is they are the group of people who value it when you put a price on your product and your service. They value it. They recognize the value that they're getting in return for this price that you've set. They know that if you're setting a higher price, they're going to get their bang for their buck, as they should. Whatever price you set it for, you need to make sure that you're producing quality to match those prices. That is what's going to keep people returning to you. Your level of quality, your level of service. The more you keep producing and giving good things and plant, these are the seeds that you are sowing. When you are good to one person, that person might tell two people. When you're good to those people are going to tell more people, and they're going to tell more people, and they're going to tell more people. The more it works for them, and even when you make your mistakes, they'll understand. They'll tell you, try again, fix it, give you a chance. They'll understand that you're not perfect. But you need to be also willing to work with them to help meet their needs. You are here to meet a need. People are in need. What is the need that you are meeting? What do they need? What can you offer? It's more than just your product and your service. This goes way deeper than that. So what are you providing? What emotion are you feeding? What drives them? What pushes them? This is about your brand is your personality and you, but how does that connect to other people? How do you link your personality and who you are to other people and what they need? Because they could want anything. They could say, oh, the dress is pretty, I want it. But why do you need it? Do you need it because you can't find anything else? Do you need it because, for example, one of the reasons why I started sewing is because I'm short. I'm 5 feet. So almost every store that I go to, I know that I'm going to have to take up pants, except for when I go to Sears. So Sears is my go-to if I need pants. They are my first thought if I need bottoms of any kind. Them and Charlotte Russe was. I know that I would not have to take up pants when it came to those two stores. Any other store is going to drag on the ground. I needed pants that I didn't have to have altered at a time when I couldn't sew. So I started sewing because I need clothes that fit. Also, certain clothes, I'm skinny. So certain clothes didn't look good on me. I needed to alter it to fit my body type. It's just some things that just didn't look well. And people think just because you're skinny, everything look good on you. That is not the case. I've had some bloopers, but I've had some things that I thought was gonna turn out just fine, and it looks horrible. So yeah. So what do they need? What is the need that you're meeting? What is the goal here? You need to know where they hang out. What stores do they shop at mostly? What other stores, what other brands do they shop at that's similar to yours or similar to the idea that you have? And some that aren't. Like, I know my target audience, they like coffee. They like community coffee. They'll go to a Starbucks. Some of them like to read books. You know, every company has a target audience. Some people go from an age range from 18 to 45. Some people aim for senior citizens. Some people aim for people mid-age. Some people are strictly teens. You need to know which bracket you're trying to service. And yes, that doesn't mean that you'll stay limited in this bracket. But if you stay in this bracket and meet these people's needs, these people are going to tell the people outside of the bracket who are going to come to, they're extra. The people outside of the bracket are extra. But you want to make sure that you're always satisfying what's inside this bracket here. Always hit your target audience and you'll always have a flow. You'll always have a client, a customer. And a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that until I didn't know anything about target audiences. I learned that from working at a coffee shop some years ago, like 2011, something like that. And we had to go to a presentation. They taught us about like where coffee came from. Like, I just loved the experience and their brand and, you know, just what they were bringing to the table. That was Community Coffee, by the way. I'm gonna shout them out because I want them to get more customers. They are awesome. They are awesome to work for. I have nothing but good things to say about them. I was working in the office at that time and working there, and I enjoyed it there more than I enjoyed working in the office, to be honest with you. But we just learned. I learned they educated us, and I loved that. I love that. Yes, I don't want to open up my own coffee shop. I don't, but I learned something in that. They taught me something. They fed me. They pushed me to grow in a way. They educated me. Even though, you know, I mean, it's interesting to know where coffee comes from, but I'm not interested in going to Cuba or wherever and getting coffee beans. But I am interested in what a target audience is. And what they even defined all of that. They didn't have to share that information. Most companies don't share that kind of information with anybody. But they educated us on that, and that's where my experience came from, on top of seeing outside of the classroom after that, seeing how what they taught us in the class, how it's actually played out when you're servicing people. And every single time, I don't care if it was 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock, they had a full rotation. They had people coming in and out, and I'm like, oh, okay, that does work. That was helpful. So yeah, know your target audience, aim to please them. Sit down, write it down, and I'm gonna create a worksheet or a workbook, and when I do, I'll link that in the bottom of my YouTube. I will link it. That way you can print it out, you can work it out yourself, and just kind of get those ideas flowing, because when you write it down, you're going to do it. It becomes real to you. Us just talking is just talk. But when you write it down, you actually see it, and you're like, oh, I didn't even know that I felt that way, or I was thinking that, or that was is real. When you put it on paper, you'll be more driven to actually act it out. So that completes my talk on target audiences for now until I can think of something else. Y'all have a good day.